I'm not playing games. And neither are you, I bet. I'm Armand Diaz with your forecast for the week of September 30th, 2019. It's really the first week in October if we think about it. And what are we doing here? We are moving from a Libra emphasis quickly with Libra new moon on Saturday the 28th. The sun just got into Libra on the 23rd. We are quickly moving to a Scorpionic emphasis, and it's going to extend all of October. It's going to extend, of course, all the way through Scorpio season into November. So very Scorpionic period. What does that mean? It means intensity. It means determination. If we go back to the Leo season, this was a time of aligning with heart, right? Being a bit of a maverick for doing what you need to do for yourself. This is the energy. Virgo, how are you going to do what you need to do to be yourself? Libra, all right, let's see where we might be willing to compromise. Let's recognize that no one is an island, that everybody needs other people. Where am I willing to play the game? Now, all of a sudden, where am I not willing to play the game? What is not negotiable? What will I not compromise on? We start right away on Monday with Venus square Pluto, and Pluto is stationing to go direct. So this is very, very intense. Venus in Libra, we're not shutting down. We're not shutting down. We'll still negotiate, but it's going to be tough negotiation. This is iron fist in the velvet glove negotiation. This is talking softly and carrying a big stick kind of negotiation. There's power behind what we're saying. And there's a limitation to what we're going to give up. I'll tell you what I need. I'm not going to be silent about it. I'll tell you what I need, but I'm going to tell you what I need. Moon is in Scorpio, supporting all of this. This is a very, very intense time through the beginning of the week. And then the moon goes into Sagittarius. That's a fine thing. Moon goes into Sagittarius on Wednesday, but Pluto stations on Thursday. So you don't really get away from the whole Plutonian energy at any point. I mean, Pluto is the moon in Scorpio, Venus square Pluto, and then Pluto station. So this is really characterizing essentially the entire week. Yes, the Sagittarius moon will help keep things upbeat. Well, what we're upbeat about, I am happy to tell you exactly what I'm demanding of you, more or less is the way it goes. Sagittarius can also polarize. I know Sagittarius is a good sign for going out and exploring possibilities. But when Sagittarius finds what it wants, it tends to be a little bit dogmatic. And with Pluto stationing, we may see that side of Sagittarius, the more polarized, dogmatic side. Again, we're talking midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday and Saturday, really. First quarter moon in Capricorn. Now, if we're determined and we know what we're determined about, and it's something that's real, it's not something that, you just like, the Pluto station can get you irritated and irritable and make you feel pressured and stuff. But you could latch on to anything. But if you've actually got something that really matters and you know what it is, this is a great time to go forward with it. It's a very work-oriented vibe. It's the first quarter moon. Coming out of the new moon, we might hope that the first weekend of October would be better for socializing than last weekend was. With the moon in Capricorn and this Plutonian energy rattling around, I'm not entirely sure that it's going to feel that way. But there's a possibility. Hey, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? I would say though that if you have a shared project or goal, if you do an old-fashioned barn raising, it would be a terrific thing. Or if, back in the day we used to help people move. Every time somebody was moving, they'd go rent a van and everybody would go help them, carry the boxes down and drive to the new place and then take the boxes out and then get some pizza and beers and stuff. That kind of thing. Maybe go to IKEA and put together something. That kind of thing might go over really, really well. It's sort of working social kind of environment on the weekend. I'm not quite sure that we're really going to be feeling it as a real partying kind of weekend. But, hey, look, do I know how it hits your chart? No. That's about the way that I would describe this week. It's a very intense week. The emotional intensity of it is quite strong. Mercury moves into Scorpio. Venus also moves into Scorpio. He says, checking to make sure. Venus moves into Scorpio next week. But Mercury moves into Scorpio right at the Pluto station. So the expression becomes very direct. The expression becomes, very emotional. We become more intuitive. Mercury in Scorpio, especially from Thursday onwards, Mercury in Scorpio, I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. I'm going to tell you a portion of what I'm feeling. I'm not going to really open up and give you the whole story. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, but you may have to really read between the lines to see what I'm saying. So it's a little bit less direct energy than we had even earlier in the week. So you got to watch out for that a little bit too. Read between the lines, pay attention. But okay, to sum it up, determined action, right? If it really matters, do it. If you're just a little irritated and pissy about things, don't do it. Internal, consult what's going on inside, and then push it outside as you see fit. But do the internal work first. Expect that it's going to be a very busy week, even though it should be a sort of stretch and yawn and have a cup of coffee and get going kind of week. But it's going to happen very quickly. It's more like the alarm clock rings, you jump out of bed, you realize you're a little bit late, and you got to get going. Save action, if you can, save most action for the end of the week. Talk about it, negotiate, or express yourself all week long, but save the action for the end of the week. And as for having a good time, have a good time. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.